Hi, I'm Daniel, and I saw the third of the Disney Plus Wimpy film started adapting the sixth book. Part of me is annoyed by how they keep skipping the Ashford in both the live action movies and the animated ones. However, the order could be rearranged and still make sense for them. Also, Cabin Fever is the best book in my opinion, and I think others seem to agree. Apparently Jeff Kinney originally wanted to do an animated Cabin Fever special before resorting to do the first book first. So, the movie is out and I found the previous two okay. They are overhated but there's some charm and decent changes, but they feel quite forgettable and undecided. They don't really know if they want to be movies or specials. This new one could be exciting and just be an enjoyable watch. So how does it compare? This franchise is also helping me keep track of how long I've been doing initial impressions at this point. One thing I want to start by pointing out about this, it is more decided than the previous two, because while being short, they still had a movie feel with many events that progressed. This just abandoned any sort of furious pace that fit the diary with only two stories. This is just trying to be a Christmas special, and it is aware of that to the point where I can see it being more light than the previous two, but I prefer those events happening. It's only 60 minutes long, but still could have been a good 20 minutes shorter. It's December, and one part of Ball's Greg and Barry accidentally destroying a piano machine, and they have to hide their crime. This plot point is annoying by how much it gets mentioned throughout the special. The way the conflict starts is forced and could have been avoided, and the lengths it goes is too far. This could have worked if it was mainly Greg and Barry over panicking about it. There's wanted posters, and this threat is supposed to be taken seriously. The only good to come from this story is one scene near the end. That was the best scene in the movie that feels Christmassy. Other than that, this plot was a bore to sift through. The rest of the story involves a storm where the Heavy family are stuck in the home. This is better for showing the characters react to a bad situation. Unlike the recent books where bad luck happens too many times for it to matter, this is still early on in the series before they jump the shark, so it does the same feel as it wants. It creates comedy seeing the family's antics, but also has genuine heart with them being a family. It has a nice Christmas special feel, which I see the appeal of. But for me, it can't say for your top in the story. I prefer when there's like a bunch of events together and not everything means everything. The animation has a similar look, and I can't tell if it's getting better or I just got used to it. Sure, the skin color and movement still looks kind of off, but this animation can be fine. It's pretty good for a special. The 2D animated parts are creative, and I normally don't like being a 2D supremacist. This probably should have been the full style. But I can't really blame it on this film, which is 3 films in. This movie also has your comedy, and it is charming. Not really funny, but they weren't bad jokes, and I do see how they could be fun. There's a few random Christmas songs that played that were kind of fitting well, and I feel that I like these versions of the characters. Greg Heffy's character did a good job having the same appeal of the book character while being such a bad person. Instead of his narration being enjoyable because of how unreliable he was, it is supposed to feel like a kid's perspective. I think this one solidified that change working, even if I don't like his new voice actor as much. Valier is here and fine, even if he's absent for most of the middle. The Heffy family gets more screen time and I enjoy seeing them. Susan trying to spread Christmas spirit and Frank going even more crazy with cabin fever are fun things for them to be doing. I kind of like Roger trying to figure out the wanted criminals, even if I don't like this plot in general. The story is more just a way to show the family, and I like that. However, Manny was very underused when he was originally a bigger part in this book. The reveal of him being a mastermind is still partly there, but they lowers it by removing the part where he cut everyone's power, and just moves on to it right after. The plot would barely change without him. Making Manny a minor part of the story feels like a waste of cabin fever. This was both better and worse than the previous movies. It is better at reaching its killer audience, and I think that it's okay for kids to watch. But I personally found it weaker, which is slightly disappointing for the book it was adapting. In conclusion, I give Dial Wimpy Christmas Cabin Fever a 6 out of 10 and the pen's recommendation. It's not worth watching a non-Wimpy fans or kids, but there may be some fun to be had with it. It's a decent Christmas special with a few positives, but I wish there was more money screen time and yes to the one to plot line. I will still be seeing and potentially looking forward to it for the fourth one, the Yash 4 next. Since it's end of the year with your movies releasing, Chicken Run 2 is out next week on Netflix and I hope that can be good. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and watching more. The end.